You can choose a life of comfort or one of adventure and service, but which will bring the most pride at 90? Recently, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez seemed to live a luxurious fairy tale, exchanging vows under the Hawaiian sun in a star-studded elite ceremony. The event radiated glamour and influence, making headlines worldwide. Yet, insiders reveal their honeymoon phase ended abruptly, not due to scandal or breakup, but because of a serious, unexpected development that disrupted their seemingly perfect reality. In a world where wealth equals power, tension arose when Jeff Bezos sharply cut Lauren Sanchez's spending budget. Her lavish lifestyle, designer boutiques, private jets, and luxury yachts had long drawn media attention. Insiders say Bezos acted to curb extravagant spending and negative perception. The Beverly Hills mansion became the scene of heated arguments, slammed doors, and a formal financial notice handed to Lauren. Word of the dispute spread quickly through elite circles, raising questions. Was this just a private disagreement or the first visible crack in their marriage?
When love, ego, and billions collide, the fallout is never quiet. Insiders say the dispute between Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez goes beyond money. It's about control, image, and the future of their marriage. Just weeks ago, their Maui wedding seemed flawless. A secluded beach estate, waves crashing, a string quartet, and Hollywood, tech, and political elites mingling under fairy lights. Every detail, from Lauren's couture gown and orchid-lined aisle to Jeff's tailored tuxedo, was meticulously staged, making headlines worldwide and drawing envy across social media. The guest list included names like Leonardo DiCaprio, Oprah, Elon Musk, and European royalty.
The wedding day was a carefully staged display of power, signaling their status as a top-tier couple. In the following days, media captured Lauren laughing aboard Bezos' $500 million superyacht, indulged with luxury shopping and lavish trips. Yet, beneath the glamour, insiders noticed tensions. Bezos, a strategic planner, reportedly grew uneasy with Lauren's constant spotlight seeking, which clashed with his preference for a quieter, more controlled lifestyle, hinting at early cracks in their public perfection. The Maui wedding was meant as a grand declaration of unity, but it may have been the opening act of a drama where money, power, and image clashed. Lauren Sanchez embraced life to the fullest, filling her days with Chanel fittings, spa retreats at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and glamorous charity galas. Her fashion was bold and unforgettable, whether in couture from Balmain or stepping off private jets in ensembles worth more than most cars. With abundant resources, she effortlessly turned every appearance into a headline-making spectacle. With Bezos' wealth, Lauren's extravagant lifestyle seemed limitless. Champagne shopping in Paris, private yachts in Saint-Tropez, and perfectly curated Instagram moments. To the public, it was aspirational luxury, but insiders grew uneasy. Gossip shifted focus from Bezos' business to Lauren's insatiable indulgence, threatening his carefully managed image. What once seemed like wedded bliss now risked appearing as a display of vanity, turning their marriage into a public spectacle rather than a genuine partnership. Sources close to Bezos say their relationship quietly shifted. Spending limits were set, financial access reorganized, and selective event invitations declined. At first subtle, these changes were stark for Lauren, used to nonstop luxury. Tensions peaked one unforgettable night at the Bezos estate. Earlier, at a Malibu restaurant with Hollywood and Silicon Valley elites, the atmosphere was notably tense. Lauren smiled for cameras, but insiders said cracks in their relationship were already visible beneath the polished surface. Back at their opulent Beverly Hills estate, the couple's earlier smiles vanished. In a grand salon with Italian chandeliers and velvet sofas, Lauren confronted Jeff over sudden spending restrictions.
The discussion quickly escalated into a tense argument. Dressed in silk, she voiced frustration over public embarrassment and perceived loss of status. Bezos, calm but firm, insisted boundaries were necessary, marking the end of unlimited spending. The confrontation peaked when he handed her a formal envelope detailing a major cut and restructuring of her personal budget. Lauren reacted defiantly to the spending notice, insisting that no one, not even Bezos, could dictate her purchases. The argument escalated, forcing staff to leave as raised voices echoed through the mansion. By night's end, Bezos retreated to his study while Lauren isolated herself in a guest room. What began as a financial dispute had become a deeply personal and public battle, highlighting how in billionaire marriages, money wields extraordinary power, capable of uniting or dividing partners with far-reaching consequences.
Money became more than currency. It symbolized control, status, and influence. For Lauren Sanchez, Bezos' spending restrictions felt like a loss of autonomy rather than a financial adjustment. Close friends note her pride and independence, built through a media career and elite social presence. The envelope wasn't just a budget change, it signaled that her life would now follow his rules. Rumors shifted to focus from finances to freedom and perception, fueling frustration and sparking broader discussions among elites about power dynamics in billionaire relationships. Is financial control protection or dominance? In Lauren and Jeff's case, opinions vary, but the dispute sparked widespread media frenzy. Entertainment journalists, business reporters, and influencers all weighed in, while photographers staked out their residences for candid shots. Every public appearance became scrutinized. Lauren's wardrobe dissected for hidden messages, Jeff's comments analyzed for signs of personal strain, turning their private conflict into a relentless spectacle that magnified pressure on both. Social media has amplified scrutiny of the couple, with Instagram accounts and viral Twitter threads analyzing their every move under #BezosGate. Memes, theories, and debates flood the platforms, making even simple outings a challenge requiring strict security and media control. Staff report that events are frequently canceled or altered to avoid fallout. This isn't just a personal dispute. Bezos' vast wealth ties their conflict to one of the world's largest private fortunes, adding extraordinary complexity to the situation. Bezos' wealth spans Amazon, Blue Origin, multi-million-dollar real estate, and a valuable art collection, operating under rules far beyond typical finances. Insiders say Lauren's spending likely exceeded limits set in their legal agreements, designed to prevent public backlash over extravagance. These agreements govern major purchases, gifts, philanthropy, and personal ventures. Recent tighter restrictions purportedly sparked significant tension in their high-profile marriage, placing financial control at the heart of scrutiny and speculation. Though minor relative to Bezos' vast fortune, the spending limits are seen less as financial necessity and more as tools of control and image management, with Dr. Sarah Chen emphasizing their role in shaping public perception. The tension has rippled through elite circles, prompting friends to distance themselves quietly. In billionaire networks spanning Silicon Valley, Hollywood, and East Coast dynasties, even club memberships and board positions become potential liabilities. Attempts at discreet reconciliation have largely failed, while the strain now threatens Bezos' business empire. Amazon's board and shareholders are closely monitoring the situation, mindful that personal turmoil could unsettle market confidence, with subtle stock fluctuations hinting at concern and joint philanthropic ventures, like the $10 billion Earth Fund, facing questions about governance and long-term stability. Bezos and Lauren's philanthropic ventures and Blue Origin face uncertainty if their relationship falters, with asset division, including investments, international real estate, and high-value art, potentially taking years despite prenuptial agreements. Before entering elite circles, Lauren had already built an independent career as a reporter, anchor, and licensed helicopter pilot. Her charisma and past high-profile relationships, including with Tony Gonzalez and Patrick Whitesell, eased her entry into America's wealthiest social spheres. Her romance with Jeff Bezos, begun during his marriage to Mackenzie Scott, placed her under intense global scrutiny, with the coming weeks set to reveal whether their union endures or unravels under public and financial pressures.